Good evening, Seawolves. My name's Admir Doncic, and good luck tomorrow going into April Fools.
And my name's Haley Birmingham. Have you ever been pranked on April Fools?
You know, Haley, as someone with two brothers, I have seen it all. My blonde brother once tried convincing me I was adopted.
Now that's breaking news. Speaking of, we have a lot to get into this week.
Following a string of graduate student arrests by ICE on various college campuses, Tufts PhD student and Turkish national Rumeysa Ozturk, on her way to break her fast on March 25th, was arrested by 6 immigration officers in plain clothes, as seen in a neighbor's surveillance camera footage, restraining her in what amounts to an ambush. Outrage ensued on the Tufts campus while a federal judge, Denise Caspers, issued an order to prevent a deportation. Ozturk was taken to an immigration facility in Louisiana, away from friends and family, through a statute allowing to revoke visas from anyone who may be considered a foreign policy threat. Ozturk wrote an op-ed demanding Tufts to divest from companies with ties to Israel last March.
The fact that someone can just be disappeared into the abyss for voicing an idea is absolutely horrifying.
The federal government has a list of 60 universities to be investigated for anti-Semitic discrimination and harassment. Stony Brook is not, I repeat, not one of those, although 3 other SUNYs are, potentially threatening the freedom of speech in higher education across the United States.
The Stony Brook University School of Communication and Journalism has made a big announcement. It's splitting up. Starting July 1st, 2025, there will now be 2 separate departments at the university, the Department of Journalism and the Department of Communication. The 2 specialties have been combined for years due to students having interest in both journalism and communication courses. But Dean Laura Lindenfield has stressed that this split will not stop the collaboration between the 2 disciplines. A new program in writing and rhetoric will also be available under the School of Communication starting next semester. This change is part of the natural curve of a growing institution.
Speaking of growing, Haley, have you been seeing all the flowers starting to pop up around campus?
I have. The daffodils by the library are gorgeous. Let's go to our forecaster, Nardi, to hear what the spring weather is bringing us today.
Thanks, Admir. So let's get straight into the weather. We're currently experiencing wind and it's traveling at 15 miles per hour. The weather for today consists of a high of 61 with a low of 45. We are expecting a little rain later today, so please keep your umbrellas handy. And also, Seawolves, don't forget, tomorrow is April Fools. So don't be late or else you'll be considered an April Fool. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Nardi. As we head into spring, it's good to remember that April is known for its springtime downpours.
All that water doesn't just remind us to put on a raincoat, but it reminds us that we should all know how to do one important thing: swim. To learn more about this, let's hear from Leanne with a package on water safety.
I'm standing here in front of Smithtown Safety Swim, where I've been giving swim lessons for over a decade. With summer coming up, I wanted to show you guys a few quick safety tips to keep you safe in the water. Drowning is the leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 4, but staying safe around the water is important for people of all ages. Last year, the CDC reported drowning deaths have been on the rise, with over 4,500 drowning incidents between 2020 and 2022. It seems more important than ever to be equipped with essential swim skills that could save your life.
Water safety is definitely important, even if you know how to swim, because it saves lives. You don't know exactly what kind of waters you're going to be in. You could be in the ocean with rough waters. You could even know how to swim, and you could still panic.
Small, fast kicks are the best way to move efficiently through water. Be sure to keep your knees together, legs straight, and toes pointed out. When floating, keep your chin pointed towards the sky, spread your arms and legs, and push your belly up. If you can't swim to help, use a buoy or pool noodle to safely pull a struggling swimmer to the side of the pool.
If you have a backyard pool, have a fence around the pool, have an alarm system for yourself, kids, whoever, if they enter the gate, you'll be alerted. Keep going with lessons throughout life. We start as young as 4 months and we go all the way to adults, so it's extremely important to continue your water safety education.
Now that the weather is warming up, hopefully you can use these tips next time you go to your favorite beach or swimming spot. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Leanne. Learning how to swim is an important lesson for people of any age. Should learning how to swim be a requirement to graduate from Stony Brook?
No way. We've got way too many requirements here already. I don't need pool time to cut into my studying.
Speaking of distractions from studying, we've got someone here who has only been able to focus on one thing after this baseball-packed weekend.
Welcome to Adrian's Avenue, your road to all the sports I care about. I'm your host, Adrian Esposito. There's a new name for the Big Apple. It's Boomtown. Boom, boom, boom. The Yankees had an opening weekend for the history books against the Milwaukee Brewers. On Saturday, the Yankees hit a total of 9 home runs in one game, which is a team record. Yankee captain and reigning American League MVP Aaron Judge hit 3 of them, including a grand slam. Some Yankee haters have attributed all the home runs to new bats the Yankees are using. However, the bats are within the MLB's rules, and not all of the Yankees use the bats. Judge, for example, does not. So instead, the Brewers walked him 3 times. However, Jazz Chisholm Jr. does use the new bat and hit 2 home runs yesterday. The Yankees scored 36 runs through the first 3 games against the Brewers in the sweep. The Mets did not do as well, losing 2 of 3 to the Houston Astros. Juan Soto watched in horror as his former teammates raked the balls over the fence. In Stony Brook baseball news, the team has been doing well overall, but could not make it work this weekend against Northeastern. But Matt Jackson did make an incredible catch. The women of Stony Brook softball shut out Hampton 13-0 this weekend in the sweep. Way to go, ladies! Kyra McFarland and Nicole Allen respectively earned Player and Rookie of the Week honors after the team went 4-1 this week. In basketball news, the Nets are not doing well, but the Knicks clinched their way to the playoffs this week. Let's go New York sports! The University of Connecticut, also known as UConn, is now our closest school geographically in Women's March Madness. Husky Paige Buchers put up a career-high 40 points. It is also a UConn tournament record for one person to put up 40 points. I think I'm going to try to get my hands on one of those bats. Thanks for tuning in to Adrian's Avenue. Back to you at the desk.
You know, it's unfortunate St. John's was the last Long Island team in March Madness.
We've got the next best thing in UConn. They're still in for the Elite 8.
You know, I really hope USC doesn't rain on their parade.
Admir, you're going to have to get used to the rain because this week looks gloomy.
At least I'll enjoy the feeling of the warm spring rain on my skin. Let's throw it to Ava to hear more about the weather.
Thanks, Admir. Let's take a live look at Port Jefferson, courtesy of EarthCam. We're heading into a wet and windy week, Seawolves, so now might be the perfect time to grab a sturdy umbrella and some rain boots. We've already heard about today's weather from our forecaster Nardi, so let's move on to Tuesday, which brings a mix of clouds and sunshine with a high of 53 degrees, but don't let the sun fool you. The wind will be picking up, reaching a speed of around 25 miles per hour. And as night falls, temperatures will dip to a chilly 34 degrees. By midweek, cooler temperatures and rain make their return. Wednesday starts off with partly sunny with a high of 47 degrees, but clouds will thicken as the day progresses, bringing showers into the evening with the low of 40. On Thursday, no surprises there, it's another rainy day, except morning showers followed by a 70% chance of steady rain through the evening. Winds will be gusty and temperatures will climb to a high of 61 before settling at 55 overnight. Friday will be one of the warmest days of the week, but the rain isn't going anywhere. Expect mostly cloudy skies, on and off showers, and a high of 62 degrees before cooling to 45 overnight. And unfortunately, the weekend won't offer much relief. Saturday will be another soggy day with a 80% chance of rain and a high of 51 and a low of 43. It might be the perfect excuse to stay in, watch a movie, or head to the theater for some popcorn. That's your forecast, Steve-Wolves. Stay dry out there, and back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Ava. Despite how bad the weather looks, these clouds have some silver linings.
You're right about that, Haley. Eid Mubarak to those observing Ramadan. I'm sure our Muslim viewers are feeling refreshed after a month of fasting.
And up ahead is Easter and Passover for April, so there's a little bit of something for everyone.
You know, and even for those who aren't celebrating anything, I hope that they can at least enjoy the spring flowers.
That's all we have for today, but we'll be back next Monday, week 10. I'm Haley Birmingham.
And I'm Admir Doncic.